award, get it till I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 7 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldiers. Soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all aki, think he big poppy.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. We go from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with Drake. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there, it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these... move. Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Shit.
To throw is Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuegbunam. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. The Broncos at 11 and 2 now. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Right back to Connor here on 1st. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Murray now on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Murray fighting, lost the football, but I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. As time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 14. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Phillips now from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. If I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. He's got Hamler on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Flush to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 20. Line as he's dropped it to 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Williams is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Wilson now off the bootleg. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Connor going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. Murray on the sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Murray keeps it himself, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Kyler Murray scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cardinals put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll call that 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Throwing now is Wilson. This will be caught. Judy And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Wilson. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. He's up to the 20. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Arizona, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.